Hello, everybody. Hi. It is August 27th, 2025, and I am Chef Val, and I'm coming to you from the beautiful state of Michigan, where we have 74 degrees and it's partially sunny. We've had some really good sunny times today. So let's get started with the live here. If you're tuning in, go ahead and say hi. All you have to do is just put it in the comment section if you're watching me on Facebook. And there's also YouTube in the comment section. You can say hello. That would be wonderful. I am checking Facebook and YouTube right now to make sure that the live feed is going through and that everything's hunky-dory and things are going good. Let's see. Amy says hello. Hi, Amy. Amy is my dear friend. She's tuned in today and she's working on changing her diet and eating all kinds of healthy things. Let's check YouTube and make sure I'm live on YouTube. Hold on a minute. Yep. All right. I am good on. All right. Oh, hi, Dawn. Dawn tuned in also. Dawn's my dear friend. And thank you so much for tuning in. All right. So everything looks very good. It looks like the live stream is streaming live. And that's all I wanted to check on. And so, yeah, today the topic is going to be zucchini. How about that? Zucchini. Now, what's your opinion of zucchini? Do you like it? Do you not like it? There are some people who don't like zucchini. Now, I adore it. I think it's absolutely delicious. And especially if you can pick some fresh zucchini from your garden. That's why I thought I would, show you a little bit about zucchini today, because many people have gardens and they have lots and lots of zucchini. In fact, I went to my bank last week, and the beautiful bank teller there, you strike up a relationship with the people that you go and visit frequently. And she's a dear person, and she has a garden, and she had extra zucchini. So she had some to give away to some of the clients in the bank. So I got this beautiful, look how big this is, huge zucchini, which is awesome, fresh from the garden. So sometimes you get the zucchini very large, and sometimes you get them more of a normal size, right? So these are some beautiful organic zucchini that I picked up at the local grocery store. And this one is a beautiful zucchini from the garden. And then this one is a zucchini that I got. This one's over a week old from the farmer's market. Make sure you go out there and support your local farmer's market, no matter where you live. Now, I live in Westland, and we have the Westland Farmer's Market from 3 to 7 every Thursday. And for 12 years, I had a booth there as a regular basis. Now I don't have a booth there every single week, but I definitely want to support the farmer's market, and especially if they have fresh produce, because you can talk directly to the farmer and ask the farmer, did you spray your produce? Because a lot of times farmers don't spray their produce, but it costs a lot of money to get certified organic. So they can't advertise that, you're buying organic produce, but you can ask them, and they're going to be honest with you. They're going to say, yeah, this one's sprayed. No, this one isn't, whatever. And you can pick and choose whatever vegetables or fruit you want to get, depending on, what you feel it would be good for you. But the local vegetables you're getting from your farmer will not be covered with the toxic coating appeal, right? So that we only have to worry about that in grocery stores. So this zucchini is really pretty. It's not just round. It's not just a circle. It has like lines in it. So this is one of my favorites. And the skin also has a little bit of white in it. It's not completely green, whereas this one is, completely green. So there's different varieties of zucchini. I'm not an expert in farming. I'm an expert in the kitchen cooking. So I'm sure all these beautiful zucchinis have different names. And if you're watching this video and you happen to be well versed in farming or growing zucchini, maybe you could put it in the chat what the name of these different zucchinis are. I know I have seen seeds at the store that say Black Beauty zucchini. So I would imagine that would be the darker colored zucchinis that there are out there. But there's a variety of them. And like I said, I'm really good in the kitchen cooking them, but I just don't have time to be out there and taking care of my garden. I try every year to grow certain things. And this year I got 3 cucumbers. So I'm super excited about getting 3 cucumbers, but no zucchini this year, unfortunately. Yeah, so if you're watching the video, go ahead and put in the chat, do you like zucchini? Do you not like zucchini? What's your favorite way to eat zucchini? Some people use that spaghetti maker, that spiral thing, and they make like zucchini noodles. And that would be fun to do in the summertime. Sometimes I take the zucchini and I just dice it into little cubes. And I put it into the dish that I'm making. Like in the summertime, I make a lot of whole grain salads. And I start with a brown rice or a millet or a quinoa. Start with my whole grain. And I add a wide variety of vegetables. So one of those vegetables I might add to the salad would be a diced zucchini. Zucchini has a high water content, so it helps to keep you cool in the summertime. Any vegetables that have a high water content are the vegetables you want to eat in the summertime, because they're going to help hydrate you. They're going to help keep you cool. Oh, hi, Anne. Anne says she likes zucchini grated. Absolutely. That's another way that you can eat and when you grate the zucchini, you will see visually how much natural moisture and water is in the zucchini, because when you grate it, a lot of water comes out of it. And I grate my zucchini sometimes for the salads that I talked about. I also make a summertime miso soup, and I have grated zucchini in the summertime miso soup. And I make zucchini cake, which I actually made this week. I made zucchini cake with sweet potato frosting. It's so good with Macroval's red sauce, Amy says. Yeah, so thank you, Amy. I make zucchini parmesan. And that's what Amy, she was able to taste that a couple weeks ago. It's a long, involved recipe, but instead of using eggplant, I use the zucchini, and I do like a layered effect. And then I use like vegan cheese, and I use my own red sauce that tastes just like tomato sauce, only there's no tomatoes in it. And Ashley, hi, Ashley. Thanks you for tuning in and leaving a comment. Love zucchini as noodles, sliced fries without the breading. Oh, Ashley, those are great. Yeah, I have grilled zucchini. I've sliced it like in French fry shapes and grilled it outside, and it's absolutely delicious. I love grilling zucchini, by the way, without the breading. So yeah, you can bread the zucchini and then fry it, or you can not bread the zucchini and fry it. Either way, both absolutely delicious. These are great suggestions. I'm loving them. All things that I love. Today, I am going to show you my favorite way to eat zucchini, and it's super easy and simple, yet oh so delicious. Okay, so let's get cooking here. All right. I have my cutting board and my knife. I've got 3 different types of zucchini that I showed you, right? Oh, I felt like I was going to sneeze. Sorry about that. I'm going to give you a little cutting tutorial here before we actually cook the zucchini. For those of you who have not attended my cooking classes in the past, maybe you haven't seen this, but I always use a wooden cutting board to cut my vegetables. It's closest nature as you can get, wood. But you want to put water on your wooden cutting board. It fills in the pores of the wood, so the wood doesn't absorb the color and the odor of the vegetable you're chopping. So whenever I chop vegetables, I have water on my cutting board. And then my cutting board never ends up smelling like garlic. It doesn't smell like onions. It doesn't turn orange from chopping sweet potatoes. I always have a wet cutting surface, always. I have this beautiful, sharp vegetable knife. So if you want to chop vegetables, you got to get a nice, sharp vegetable knife. So the knife will go through the vegetables instead of slipping off of it. It's got to be nice and sharp. You want to hold the knife as close to the blade as possible. Do you see where my hand is? This gives me the most force and pressure on the blade. If I slide my hand back, see that space? I have less force and pressure, and it makes it harder to chop the vegetables. And if I do this with my finger, which a lot of people hold their knife like this is not the correct way to hold a vegetable knife. You actually do not have as much force or pressure on the blade. You don't have as much control, and your little finger right here gets very, very sore. So you want to hold the knife like this, close to the blade, okay? Now you're going to take your other hand, you're going to curl your fingers in like this, and you're going to hold the vegetable like this, and you're going to chop like this. I'm just going to cut the zucchini in rounds, and I'm going to cut them in thin rounds. The thinner the round cuts are, the more crispy you can get the slices. So if you want like really crispy zucchini, you could cut it really thin. If you don't like crispy zucchini, cut it a little thicker. You know, I like mine somewhere in between so that I can get a little bit of crisp on both sides, but it still has the water content in the middle. All right. So here's my slices. I would say that's a 1/4 of an inch, maybe less, something like that. Okay. Like I said, this is one of my favorite zucchinis because I hope you can see that in the camera. It has like little lines in it that makes it almost like the edges is like curled as opposed to the round zucchini. You can do the round zucchini too. I'm just saying the other one is a little prettier. In fact, we'll do, let's do this one that I got from the lady at the, oh, this one's kind of hard. I haven't even chopped into it yet. This one's a little softer. This one's a little firmer. But we'll try frying some of this one up and see what the difference is. This one's definitely firmer than the other one. Okay. And then last but not least, we'll do some of the little small one, the organic one that I got from the store. These are little rounds, right? But they'll be fun. They'll be fun to do too. Okay. All right, let's move over to the stove. This is where we're going to cook the zucchini, where we're going to fry it. All right, I've got 2 pans here because I'm going to put some zucchini in each one. And it's very simple. I'm just going to use olive oil. And then I'm going to sprinkle some sea salt on it once it's done. Okay. So I have some organic olive oil, very simple. Now, when I cook and I fry things, I just kind of go like this, and I go around in the pan like in a circle because I've been doing this for so long. That's what I do. I would say this is probably less than 1/2 of a teaspoon, so it's not very much. Now, I also have this really cool kitchen thing that's a olive oil spray, and you can also spray some olive oil in the pan just like that if you wanted to do the spray. That's fun. Let's get our zucchini over here. All right, and then you just lay the zucchini in there like so. Okay. Right now the pan is room temperature. And now I'm going to turn it on a medium heat. Put those little ones in there last, like so. All right. And so it's on a medium heat. And I'm going to cook the zucchini until it almost blackens on one side. And then flip it over and brown it on the other side. All right, so it's on medium heat. We gotta let that hang out. All right, so that's gonna take a minute. I have a situation I have to deal with. Sorry. Hold on just for a minute. Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's get back to the feed. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Hold on. Ugh. Dealing with this situation. Ugh. All right, sorry about the interruption. A neighbor of mine was knocking on the door. They needed something, and now I'm back. So, yeah, when I go live like this, I'm in my house and I'm the only one here, and sometimes things happen. So, anyways, over and done with. But now the zucchini is cooking on a medium heat. What are some of your other favorite vegetables that you get out of the garden? Does anybody have any other vegetables? I adore cucumbers, and I've been getting I got 3 cucumbers out of my garden, and cucumbers are another signature summer vegetable, high water content. They're fantastic for you. And we also have yellow summer squash. Some people wonder about yellow summer squash. It's very similar to zucchini. And you could actually do the same thing with yellow summer squash that you could do with the zucchini here. You could just fry it. And if you have a barbecue outside, you could take the zucchini or the yellow summer squash, and you could just coat it with olive oil, put it on the grill, and you could grill it. So one of my favorite things to do in the summertime is grill outside. And so if you've been following me, and maybe you've attended some of my classes, I have outdoor grilling cooking classes, and I have one more left for this year in 2025. And it is next week, next Wednesday, September 3rd. These classes are a lot of fun. We're outside cooking on my back patio. Amy says Brussels sprouts. Oh, I love Brussels sprouts. Absolutely. In the cabbage family. Brussels sprouts have anti-cancer properties. They're really high in vitamin C, calcium, iron, and Brussels sprouts also taste really good on the grill outside. They really do. Absolutely. That's a good one, Brussels sprouts. All right, so I was telling you about my upcoming cooking class. The zucchini's hanging out. Not much happening right now. See? It's just cooking. I know it's not time to flip them yet, so the zucchini is just hanging out. That's about all that's going on. Let me screen share here. This is my website. If you haven't been there yet, macroval.com. And here is where you find my cooking classes. This is my new cookbook, the Sensational Sublime Sea Vegetable e-cookbook. And so that's my latest cookbook. I am the author of 7 cookbooks. And let's go to the cooking classes. So the classes are hands-on. Everybody helps participate. Here's a picture from one of the classes this summer of us by the barbecue. And we're making some delicious food. Here we go. September 3rd. I'm going to teach you how to make individual gourmet hobo dinners featuring tempeh, brown rice, beets. I adore beets. And a variety of vegetables and some fresh herbs. Grilled sweet potato fries with a spicy yellow mustard sauce. A nice tea, corn silk dandelion basil tea. And a surprise s'mores cooking surprise s'more dessert. That one's really cool. The students are going to toast marshmallows. Yes, absolutely they are. It's going to be fun. Stop screen sharing. All right, screen share. Let me see if I can do this. I want to show you guys the food. Since I don't have the food, actually, like I created the recipes a couple weeks ago, and I've already eaten the food, so I don't have the food for the upcoming class, but I have pictures of it. Are you ready? Here it is. Let's see if this works. Open. All right. Let me see here. Do you see it? No, shoot. It doesn't show it. No, what happened to it? Hold on. Open. Here's a picture of the sweet potato fries and the hobo dinner. Here's the whole meal. Open. This is the tea, the sweet potato fries, the hobo meal, and this is the s'mores dessert. I don't know if you guys are seeing the pictures. Every time I flip over to see what the screen sharing looks like, it's just my my DuckDuckGo screen. I don't know if you were able to see those pictures. I hope so. Sorry about that. I wanted to show you pictures of what the food looked like. Let's take a look at the zucchini. Now, I like my zucchini to be almost blackened before you turn it over. So you can see, can you see how that's like brown around the edge? Now, some people will like it like that, a little brown. I like to cook mine a little longer. I like it to be kind of blackened, okay? So I'm going to leave it in there for a few minutes longer. And so when you guys tune into the lives that I do here on Facebook and YouTube, I like to give you updates about things that are happening. And if you have tuned into my lives before, you know that I've been talking about the 400 ostriches in British Columbia, Canada, that are at the Universal Ostrich Farm. And back in January, they were threatened to all be killed. Amy says can't see it. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for that comment. And sorry about that. I was trying to show you pictures, but thank you, Amy, for letting me know that the pictures didn't go through. So the Universal Ostrich Farm, I've been talking about this for months, since January. The CFIA of Canada, which is like the Food and Drug Administration here in America, believes that these birds had bird flu. And the reason why they believe this is because they tested 2 dead ostriches with a PCR test. And we all know how unreliable the PCR test is. It's ridiculous. And so they came to the conclusion that these birds were sick. And there's almost 400 ostriches on this farm. This family has raised these ostriches since they were babies. Some of these ostriches are 30 years old. And so the fight started to save the ostriches. And I've been following them on Facebook, on social media. I've been trying to spread the word so that more people know, because public outcry is going to save these ostriches. So they were able to stop the killing of the ostriches back in February with an appeal. But then the CFIA came back and said, nope, we're going to do it. They went to court again in May. And then they're supposed to make a decision within 7 days. And the court system waits for like months to make a decision. So then they heard that, nope, they're going to go ahead and kill the ostriches. So then they had to go to court again. They went to court. The most recent time was July 15th. And they went to court, and they were supposed to release and make a decision within 7 days. Well, they just released the decision last week. So that's like 4 weeks. And they are upholding the decision to kill all 400 ostriches. So this is something that's very upsetting. There's no reason for all these ostriches to be killed. I'm checking the zucchini. It's almost time to turn it over. Almost, but not yet. Let me see. Oh, that one can be turned over. Yeah, they're starting to brown. That's what we want. I want you to be able to see this. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're turning these over. Well, that one's not ready. That one's good. These are the little thick. The ones that are thicker take a little longer. Okay, and these. The zucchini that I got from the lady from the bank, who when I was cutting it, I said this zucchini was a little firmer. It seems to be taking longer for this zucchini to brown than the other zucchini too. That is very interesting to me, that it's taking a little more time to brown. Now, when I turn it over, depending on how dry the pan is, sometimes I give it a little more olive oil. Okay. Just a little more olive oil to make sure that we get that beautiful blackened sear on there. Okay, so Save the Ostriches. The website is savetheostriches.com, and you can go to the website. You can follow them on Facebook. They seem to have the most update information on Facebook. They're also on Instagram, but I am usually on Facebook more than Instagram. And I also just wrote my blog about this. This is my blog. Substack Valerie Wilson is the blog, and Save the 400 Canadian Ostrich, latest verdict to kill them. Here is a short timeline I put together. This is my timeline. It's a condensed thing, but if you go to saveourostriches.com, they have an in-depth timeline of exactly what happened. Here is one of the owners right here. She is the mother. And her name is Karen. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Karen. And the one who goes live on Facebook is Katie. Katie Pestini. It's kind of hard. But anyways, here she is on Facebook. Go and follow her page. She does live videos, and she keeps you updated as to what's going on. This is Jim Kerr. He's an independent Canadian reporter, and he's the founder of the Church of Bubbles. Jim Kerr. Follow him on Facebook. He also is very up to date with what is going on with the ostriches. Now, RFK Jr. has written 2 letters to the Canadian government stating that he wants the United States and Canada to work together to save these ostriches, because he thinks that, they have an incredible immune system. They've overcome the bird flu all by themselves, so they want to keep these ostriches alive. I've written 3 other blogs about the ostriches. You can go back and look at that. Now, what can you do to help? Pray, 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 pray. Or send these beautiful ostriches love. Whatever you can do, keep these ostriches in your thoughts. Just help them, energy-wise by praying for them, okay? If you can't do anything else, you can do that. Now, I'm just checking the zucchini again. They're starting to brown up really nicely. Tell everybody you know about these ostriches, because I think these ostriches will be saved. by the public. The outcry from the public of how tragic and horrible this is will save these ostriches, really. Now, there is a page on Save Our Ostriches where you can contact our U.S. senators with a form letter, because even though this is Canada, the United States can get involved and say that they want to help save these ostriches. Okay. So you definitely want to save the ostriches. Oh, here I have pictures. Look, you can see pictures of the upcoming grilling cooking class. They're on my blog. All right. So here is the beautiful gourmet homo dinner, the sweet potato herb fries with the spicy sauce, our delicious tea that's dandelion, corn silk, and basil, and the s'mores dessert that I came up with the toasted marshmallow. Here's the hobo dinner and the fries. Okay. So this is my blog. You can subscribe to the blog for free, or if you feel so inclined for a small monthly fee, you can help my work, help me when I write these blogs and everything. So I greatly appreciate that. Let me stop screen sharing. All right, let's take a look at these zucchini that are frying. Look at this. Look at this. Woo! See, this is what I like. See how it's blackened on one side, blackened on the other side. This is starting to cook really good. I keep going until they're, yeah. I like them to be crispy on the outside, but kind of still soft on the inside, right? That's what I like. Now, this is just zucchini fried in olive oil, and I'm going to season it with a little sea salt as soon as they're done cooking, okay? I'm going to do something fancy. Again, this is my favorite way to eat zucchini. I love it like this. But I always like to do things a little gourmet, a little fancy. So here's what you can do with the zucchini also. And you can have various different things, but I happen to have some sauteed tofu. I just take tofu, crumble it, and saute it with olive oil and sea salt. I love this. It's kind of like a crumbled little cheese substitute. And so this is what I do sometimes. Just take a little bit of this crumbled tofu and put it on the zucchini like so. Okay. I usually use the thicker pieces of zucchini to do that with, because it's a little more substantial. Okay. Now I take a vegan cheese, and you can use whatever your favorite vegan cheese is. I like Follow Your Heart Parmesan. Comes in a tub. Okay. I don't have much left, but you only put just a little bit. You're not putting a lot. You're just a little bit, like so. And it will, and this shredded vegan Parmesan cheese will melt on there from the heat. Okay. So that's nice. You could use whatever your favorite is, but I just did that on some of them to show you. It's like a little gourmet, different way to do it. The rest of them are just browned on both sides. See, some of them are done. Let's get a plate. Okay, let's take some of these off because they're done. These look really good. These look really good. See, some of them are getting kind of blackened, and I just sprinkle a little sea salt on there like so. Some of these are done too. All right. This one looks done. Leaving those on there so that it can melt, okay? All right. Other wonderful things about zucchini: potassium. Potassium is for your heart, so zucchini is really good for your heart. Also, zucchini helps to boost your immune system, makes you stronger so you can fight off diseases, right? Really good for your skin, to keep your skin elastic, right? To keep it so that it bounces back. Wonderful high water content. They actually say it can help like stop slow down aging. And here's the reason why. Okay, when you cut a zucchini, you get some water that comes out here like this water right here. And this water kind of, yes, it's water, but it kind of has a sticky component to it. Then that substance right there, when you eat it, again, it's really, I just put it on my skin, but it's really good for your skin. Helps keep your skin like elastic. And they claim it's like an anti-aging thing. Zucchini, okay? Really good for you. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, for your eyes. Oh my God, zucchini is really good for your eyes. So they have the antioxidants lutein and zeaxanthin. If I'm pronouncing those wrong, excuse me. But those are the antioxidants for your eyes to help support and nurture your eyes, to help prevent cataracts. You find it in zucchini. Amy says, yay to the zucchini. And she said, shredded is so much better than the other type that company makes. So she likes this shredded variety. There's also one that's in a container that you shake that really doesn't melt, but it's like a Parmesan cheese, has a different flavor. So this one is my favorite, the shredded Parmesan. I like that one. All right. Let me see if I can pull some more of these zucchinis off of here. All right. All right. So are you going to go get some zucchini now and do this? Like, this is so simple and easy. It's just olive oil, zucchini, and sea salt. That's it. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat off of that pan. Just put a little bit of sea salt on there. Woo, there it is. Now, these ones here have the tofu and the little bit of cheese on them. Let me pull these off and show you these. I'm going to use a little spatula to get them off. These would be like a real, oh gosh, I have to move the camera. These would be like a really good hors d'oeuvre. These are with this, like I said, just a little bit. Don't overcrowd them, because then the what you put at the topping will fall off the zucchini. Here we go. And again, I just put a little sea salt on them when they're done. All right. A little hors d'oeuvre thing. Very, very delicious. You could serve these to your friends or your family, and they would be like absolutely amazed, because it's so simple. And the flavors are really there. Wonderful. Now, before I taste them, I'm going to let them cool so I don't end up burning my mouth. So another item I wanted to update you on is Protect the Porkies, the beautiful Porcupine Mountains here in Michigan. And so again, if you follow me on a regular basis, you know that I've been talking about this for a couple of years now. The Porcupine Mountains is a state park here in Michigan. In fact, it was voted the most beautiful state park in the whole country in 2023. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan is my favorite place to go to. I go there as often as possible. I have been to the Porcupine Mountains many, many times. They want to build a mine right next to the Porcupine Mountains. There's a lot to this story, and there's so many reasons why the mine is a terrible idea, but it would be right next to Lake Superior. Huge freshwater lake, right? It is going to be built right in the middle of pristine wilderness where there's no electricity, no infrastructure, no internet, no cell towers. It's just miles and miles of beautiful wilderness. And they want to destroy it by putting this mine in there. Well, the state of Michigan wants to give this Canadian mining company, it's not even a company from the United States, a $50 million grant. A grant is your tax-paying money. I don't want my tax-paying money to go towards ruining the Porcupine Mountains. Now, if you do not live in Michigan, you can sign the petition on the website because if you want, all through the United States, this park is very important, but it won't be your $50 million tax-paying money. This is a Michigan grant. So again, it doesn't matter where you live. You can still be active in this Protect the Porkies movement, and you can try and save them. Because I know a lot of people that go to the Porcupine Mountains from different states. And every time I have been to the Porcupine Mountains, there's always international people there too. People from Japan or wherever. There's usually people speaking different languages there. I mean, people come from all over the world to see the Porcupine Mountains. Amy says they're going to contaminate our beautiful lake. Absolutely. Let me share the screen and show you Protect the Porkies. It's super easy. Just put in your Google search, Protect the Porkies, and you pull up this wonderful website that was created by Tom. I met Tom last year. He created this website. He started this grassroots campaign to tell everybody what was happening up there because he doesn't want this beautiful, pristine area to be ruined. So if you don't do anything else, you can just sign the petition and just say, I think this is a terrible idea. I don't want this to go in. And that is for everybody and anybody, no matter where you live. This website is so full of information. You really need to go to this website and check everything out. Tom has put together this fantastic website. Here is a map of the beautiful Porcupine Mountains State Park. Here is the North Country Trail, this beautiful hiking trail. And here's where they want to put the mine, right here, right next to Lake Superior, right next to the North Country Trail, right next to the beautiful Porcupine Mountains State Park. Here's some pictures from the state park. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The North County Trail, as I mentioned, Lake Superior, the Black River Harbor, which is absolutely beautiful. The closest mining waste facility to Lake Superior in history. Not a good idea. So like I said, there's a wealth of information on this website. Let's go to, he's running a contest right now. His contests are pretty cool. Photo contests. If you've ever been to the Porcupine Mountains or to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, you can submit some pictures. I'm actually going to do that. I haven't got a chance to yet, but I'm going to because I have lots and lots of pictures. And then how to submit frequently asked questions, help our cause. They also have a place where you can donate if you want to help Tom continue to share this information. This is the poster contest that they did last year. They had local artists. This is the one that won, Protect the Porkies right here. And they now have this logo on a shirt. You can buy this shirt if you want to help get the word out. Here is donate. Here it is, 100% cotton shirt, or you can get a hoodie. How about that? Yeah, that's nice. Now I've gone out of, here it is. Learn more, latest news. There's just so much information here. This is about the $50 million grant, which we right now here in Michigan are working very hard so that that doesn't happen. So go to protecttheporkies.com. It's a wonderful wealth of information. I'm going to stop screen sharing. There we go. All right, let's taste some of this delicious zucchini. I like it when it's a little crispy. Oh, it's so good. And then these ones with the tofu and the cheese. Kind of fold it like an hors d'oeuvre. These are soft on the inside and like crispy on the outside. So absolutely delicious. Now let's try one of those pieces of zucchini that was a little bit harder when I cut it. Yeah, a little more chewier. A little more chewier. Still delicious. Oh, so delicious. Mm. All right. I had to chew the zucchini. Mm. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me live. If you're watching a recording of this, you can go ahead and comment, and I will see your comments. I'll be able to answer your questions. And please like and share and tell everybody about the YouTube channel and the lives. Now, it's August, and I haven't done a live since June because I've been super busy in the summertime. I've been creating all these recipes for the outdoor grilling classes. All of the recipes are brand new. So I have to create the recipes, I have to perfect them, and then teach the classes. These outdoor grilling classes are, I don't know, to me, the most fun classes that I teach all year because we're outside and the students just love them. The last one is next week, September 3rd. You still have an opportunity to join. And I teach it live, here in Michigan, but I also have it hooked up to Zoom. Some people who are out of state or can't attend, they can attend through Zoom. They get all the recipes, they get to see what we're doing, and then they can make the recipes at home. If you do not have a grill, all of the grilling recipes can be done on your stove, right? You can imitate the grilling on the stove. And I also explain that in the classes, just so you know. Please go to my website. If you have not already, you can sign up for my newsletter. It's a great way to keep us connected so you know everything that's going on. This is homepage of my website. Scroll down here and it says sign up for Macro Val's newsletter, name, address. And then every week I send out a newsletter that tells you updates about what's going on. Like when I write a blog, you'll know about the blog. When I come out with a new cookbook, you'll know about that. All of the upcoming cooking classes, you'll know about that. Everything that I offer, you will get notification. You want to sign up for the newsletter right here, okay? That it will keep us connected. All right. So if you get a chance, just check out Save Our Ostriches. Tell everybody you know about the ostriches. And so we can all do what we can, to save these beautiful ostriches. Go to my Substack blog, read about it, subscribe to my blog. Thank you very much. If you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please hit the subscribe button. Greatly appreciated. And go get some zucchini. If you don't grow it yourself, go to the farmer's market, get some fresh zucchini, and do this fried zucchini. Trust me, it is so delicious. You are going to absolutely love it. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. I am Chef Val, and I will see you next time. For now, I'll see you next time. So for now, get in the kitchen and cook healthy.